I was just getting into the music.
Sorry.
Morning, everybody. John Ponick with the Mojave Valley Daily News. This is your daily dose for Tuesday, April 6th. It's Taco Tuesday. It's brought to you by the Tri-State Radiology Center in Fort Mojave, Arizona. One of the many reasons why you and your physician should choose Tri-State Radiology Center is that, as an independent imaging center, the cost is substantially less than hospital-based facilities. Tri-State Radiology is conveniently located in Fort Mojave. Call them today at 928-460-7226. And remember, at Tri-State Radiology Center, your image means the world to us. All right, like we said, it's Taco Tuesday. We have a new Taco Tuesday sponsor. That's Humberto's here in Bullhead City. They're at 1136 Highway 95 across from Fast Trip up here in North Bullhead. We got it going. Look at that food.
Yeah.
Look at that food. We sat there and looked at those at their preparing this food. They got the fajitas up there now.
Yeah, the fajitas.
Oh,
Under the fire.
they showed a burrito yesterday that looked like about a 10-pound burrito. I'm not saying I couldn't eat it in one sitting. I'm just saying it looked pretty healthy. So here's their offer. If you go in there and you order a regular taco and you tell them that you saw them on the Daily Dose, you get beans and rice for free. So who doesn't love beans and rice along with your taco? So that's at 1136 Highway 95. It's Humberto's across from Fast Trip up here in Old Bullhead. Family run and family owned. Go check them out. We appreciate them. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on. Our top story, crush for vaccine appointments easing. We got an update from Denise Burley at the Board of Supervisors meeting yesterday, and she said that the rush to get the vaccine has kind of eased up a little bit now. They said as of Monday, 72,642 doses of the vaccine have been administered in the county. They just recently opened it up to 18 and above, and there are appointments available. They also said that, or Denise said, Ms. Burley said that as the demand decreases, they are also going to stop asking for a vaccine. So go and get them now. They're available through the Mojave County.us website all over the area. So go and check them out before they start becoming scarce. All right, in our breaking news, today's breaking news is brought to you by New Image Primary Care. Now scheduling appointments within 7 days. Call for your appointment. Blood drives plans to replenish critical supplies. So, reading through the story, Vitalant, who is conducting a lot of the blood drives in our area, suggested that the elective surgeries are opening up again, so that is creating an even bigger shortage of blood supplies. They had, during coronavirus, they had 850 blood drives in the area that were canceled. So it was already critical. Now with elective surgeries opening up, it's getting even more critical. So we have a whole list in here of blood drives that are happening in the area. Let's see, the first one is 10 to 2 today at Building 600 at the MCC Bullhead City campus. On Wednesday, there's one down at Valley View in Fort Mojave. There's going to be one on April 13th at the Laughlin American Legion. It's on Bruce Woodbury Drive. On the next day, April 14th, the drive at the Laughlin branch of the Clark County Library. April 15th, another one at Malk. We got a whole list of them here. You have to book your appointment. So in order to do that, go to the Vitalant website, which is searching bloodhero.com, or you can call 877-24-VITAL, VITAL. So you get a COVID antibody test and donate blood. So they desperately need it. All right, we got a couple of ugly stories here on the front. We talked a little bit yesterday about the 3 killed at the railroad crossing up there in Golden Valley. We don't have any additional information yet. We're still waiting to identify the victims of that. That hasn't been released from the Mojave County Sheriff's Department. This was 2 cars that were waiting for an eastbound train. The eastbound train finished up. They took off across the railroad tracks and didn't see a westbound train coming. The pictures are pretty nasty for that, and so prayers to all the family and victims. And then the other is a girl remains in hospital after river accident over the weekend. Saturday, somebody operating a personal watercraft over near Community Park, near the beach at Community Park, lost control of it, and it ended up hitting a mother and her 2 daughters, ages 7 and 12. The mother and the 12-year-old were treated at Warm Sea and released. The 7-year-old, though, took the brunt of it. She was flown to a Las Vegas hospital, where she's still, as of right now, undergoing treatment, and it's a pretty sad story over there. So what he said is that the guy operating the watercraft cooperated with authorities, consented to a blood draw. He said that the watercraft stalled, and he lost the ability to control it, and it hit the family. So very sad story there. County plans equal split of federally funds. This is kind of an unusual story. The county supervisors yesterday voted 4-1 to split the $41.5 million that Mojave County expects to receive out of the $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan Act. That is the latest COVID relief bill signed by the president. Our portion of it is $41.5 million. They have voted 4-1 to split it among each of the 5 districts over a 2-year period. So that would be $8.3 million for each of the districts. For us, it's Bullhead City. For Ron Gould's, Supervisor Gould's area, it's Mojave Valley, Fort Mojave, and a little part of the northern part of Lake Havasu, and then Buster Johnson's down in Havasu, and so on. What's unusual about this is when you read through the story, they voted 4-1 to approve splitting it, but then several of the supervisors, even ones that voted for it, said, but we should wait until we have clear guidance from the federal government on what we can and can't apply this to. So even though they voted for it, Supervisor Hildy Angus from Bullhead says she wants to protect the county from making any unwanted commitments associated with the funding. Ron Gould said that he wanted to have the road and sheriff's office infrastructure needs studied in advance of funding allocation decision making. Buster Johnson chimed in, saying that he'd prefer to handle the matter during a regular board meeting rather than discussing it in a private setting because they can't make any decisions in there. It's just unusual. I'm voting for it, but don't do anything with it until we're told what we can do. Well, then it doesn't make any sense, in my opinion, it doesn't make any sense in moving forward with even voting for it. So, right underneath that, Governor signs COVID-19 liability shield legislation. We talked about it last week about how the House and the Senate had both passed this legislation that will shield businesses, nursing homes, and other businesses against being sued for exposing their employees to COVID. It passed along party lines. All the Republicans voted for it. All the Democrats voted against it. It was fiercely opposed by consumer advocates and lawyers who said it would reward bad actors who flouted health guidance and endangered their workers or the public. But Arizona is just the latest one to do this. Several other states have done it as well. So, interesting. Arizona delays tax day to May 17th, matching federal change. The IRS has said that they have moved the tax day from April 15th to May 17th. Arizona has fallen in line with that as well, saying that your state taxes aren't required to be filed until that time as well. All right, moving on. Past the comics, into sports. Your sports is brought to you by Mike Lewick at Desert Time Realty. Call Mike today for the service you deserve and the people you trust when buying or selling your home. We have a nice picture of the Malk Lady Patriots softball team. They have been having a great year. They did suffer a loss to Mongolan High School 23-14 on Saturday, despite out-hitting Mongolan 20-17. Macy Mulligan, Malk Senior Macy Mulligan, had 4 hits, including 2 doubles and 2 singles. But they gave up 5 runs in the 4th inning, and then they ended up falling there. So Lady Patriots aren't scheduled to play again until April 23rd at Baghdad, so they get a little bit of a breather here. That condensed schedule has been beating them up pretty good. We got a nice column in here from Jim Lexick, our sports editor. He talks a little bit about the March Madness. He talks about a lot of our local teams, including the River Valley High School girls softball team, the Malk girls beach volleyball team, both of them undefeated on the season, and then some individuals as well. He also has his predictions on the NFL draft when it comes to quarterbacks. So check that out. And then, of course, our top story for sports, Baylor wins the NCAA tournament, March Madness. They routed Gonzaga. Gonzaga was undefeated on the year, and we're trying to be only the second team to ever go undefeated following Bobby Knight's Indiana Hoosiers of 1975 and 76, but they got beat pretty good. It was 86-70. So they got out to a quick start, and Gonzaga never was able to catch up. All right, in weather. Weather's brought to you by Living Waters Hospice, your hometown hospice. Together we can make a difference. Almost 90 today, 89, a little breezy. The rest of the week it's going to be mid to upper 90s and sunny. I don't see any wind in the forecast.
You said it.
Any
Mike,
breezy,
he said it.
He did say
He
it.
said it.
We have to
You can't
rewind the
backtrack.
tape. I don't
Nope,
think that.
can't backtrack. He said it.
I don't see any breezy conditions in the forecast for the week. Looks like all sun and mid-90s. So, brought the motorcycle today. Going to get a little wind therapy this afternoon. One of the things I didn't cover is our curbside recycling could return with council decision tonight. It's a preview on the city council meeting tonight. One of the things they're going to be discussing is curbside recycling. They're also going to be talking about pigeons, some issues with pigeons that they want to change in the code when it comes to feeding pigeons. That's at 5:30 at the city council chambers over at the city. It'll also be broadcast on Sunlink Channel 4 and streamed live on the city's website if you can't make it down there. We're going to be tomorrow night at 4 o'clock. We have a Q&A with Mark Clark, one of our city council members. We're going to discuss some of the decisions that they made today. We're also going to be talking about his, Mark is like our resident water guru. So if you have any questions when it comes to what decisions they made tonight or any discussion tonight, as well as any water issues, you can drop them in this video. Amy Mintzlaff just
Scolded you.
she scolded me for saying the W words. So apparently it did go out.
He deserved it.
Greatest college team ever? Must be a big Baylor Bear fan.
Yeah.
All right, so if you have any questions for our Q&A tomorrow, you can put it in this comments on this video, or we will, of course, talk about it tomorrow morning as well, and tune in tomorrow at 4 o'clock for that. All right, that wraps it up for today. Remember, this is brought to you by the Tri-State Radiology Center. Tri-State Radiology Center offers same or next day appointments, and they accept most insurances, including Medi-Cal. They have a wide-open MRI and offer digital x-rays with your reports ready in 24 hours. Call them today for an appointment at 928-460-7226. Gentlemen, did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
Mike?
I think we're good.
Okay.
All right. He's off the hook.
All right. There's no disciplinary action for mentioning the W.
Perhaps we should refer to it as air circulating at speed.
You know what? I like that.
Sounds too technical.
Yeah, I don't know that I'll remember all that.
Yeah.
I'll have to write it down. All right, everyone, thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoy your Taco Tuesday. Remember, go over to Humberto's here in Old Bullhead and mention the Daily Dose and get your free beans and rice with a regular taco. And we will see you here tomorrow for Hump Day.
Yeah. See you guys tomorrow.
Have a good day.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody.